Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody out there at All for Sci-Fi Land. Hope you guys are doing well. We're back, baby. Oh, yeah, ready? Where's Baby Yoda when you need him? Hey, guys, we haven't started the show off with music in a while, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's start the show off with some music today. Welcome, everybody, to the All for Sci-Fi Weekly Webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and next to me is...
Captain Rickster.
Yes, he is. Woo, Captain Rickster. And you're joining us on Saturday, August 6th. And a very happy birthday to Soleil Moon Fry, who was a good friend of mine growing up. Her father, Virgil Fry, was my acting coach. Today is Punky Brewster's birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you, Soleil. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. And we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to do a movie review of the new not Netflix, it's Hulu. The Hulu Predator. I want to call it a prequel.
It's a pre-sequel.
It's a prequel, because it takes place 400 years before the first Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's called Prey. And it's on Hulu. And you know what? I was actually pleasantly surprised at this movie. I mean, there were spots where, and we're going to get into that, where
we will.
It was a little slow, but I enjoyed it. What else did we do this week, Captain Rickster?
Well,
we had an interesting week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We were in the office a lot, paying a lot of bills.
Come on, Captain Rickster. There was also a special day when we were hanging around with this buddy, a friend of the show. There he is. There's Mike. Woo!
There's Mike, yeah.
Wearing his All for Sci-Fi shirt. So we were hanging out with Mike over at
Disneyland.
Yep, there you go.
We were there.
We were there on Wednesday. Had a great day. Had a great time. Thank you, Mike, for joining us.
Yep.
We got a lot done in a short period of time.
That was very true.
But it was entertaining.
We had 5 rides, as usual.
Went on 5 rides.
5 rides.
That picture was from Star Tours.
Star Tours, yep.
Yep. So, Mike, thank you for joining us. Had a great time. And while we're there at Disneyland, we were just having fun, and they have a new droid. It's not really a droid because it's a droid builder.
Right. A droid builder, yes.
Our droid fixer. Remember, he helped C-3PO out in Rise of Skywalker. Here he is right here. Let's show this clip that we took while we're at. It's brand new. It's at Droid Depot at Galaxy's Edge. Yep. But we picked up this guy. Here he is. They're even making chopper moves. That was me doing my Bobo Freak voice.
That's right.
So it's Bobo Freak is there, and Bobo Freak is great. We got Bobo Freak. We were going to bring him today, but next week Bobo Freak will be joining us. Sorry, that looked kind of weird.
We'll make a special appearance.
Yeah, he'll make a special appearance. That was last week, though. That was it was weird how it was like it stretched it. That was the video. That video is from Mike. Thanks for sending that to us, Mike. But we're having fun there with Bobo Freak at Disneyland. Hey, Dante's here.
Hi, Dante.
Welcome, Dante. And Blue Harvest is here.
Yep.
Blue Harvest, welcome. Hey, Blue, what's up? And
Blue.
it's on Star in the UK, which is Disney Plus. Okay.
All right, great.
So yeah, Prey. We're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about the season finale of the Orville, which is I just think it's just doing really great this year. I wish it had a little bit more of the comical elements. It's missing, but you know they're doing a fabulous job. It's interesting when you go to like a streaming service because the Orville, the first 2 seasons, it was on Fox.
Right.
And so they were limited now because they have longer time. Almost this last episode was an hour and 18 minutes, which is a long time for an episode.
A long time for 1 hour, yeah.
And you know, almost every episode of Orville this season is like over an hour, which is great. A lot of content. Speaking of Orville, we started watching Sequest because Dante suggested that, so we started watching that. So. And what else just came out, which we're going to watch next week? We'll review it. It just came out. Oh, The Sandman. So The Sandman just came out on Netflix. So be sure to watch that this next week because we're going to watch it. I think it's 10 episodes. We are looking at it, and we're going to review The Sandman next week. And whatever else is coming out. What else is coming out next week? The I Am Groot's coming out on the 16th.
I Am Groot's coming out.
Is it the 10th?
Yeah, the 10th.
It's not the 16th?
Nope.
Okay.
Look it up.
Something else is coming out on the 18th. Oh, She-Hulk. She-Hulk. Maybe I confused them too. So we got a lot. We got a lot of content coming out. Coming. So that's some interesting stuff. We're gonna get into the Prey stuff. But anything else, Captain Richter, you want to share that this week or going on with you?
Well, like I said, we had a lot of fun. Disneyland. That was the best thing. We came back, we were tired. Normally when we go to Disneyland,
is normal with us, right?
The only thing we couldn't get on was the Ride of Resistance. It broke down.
If that Rise of the Resistance breaks down a lot, because it's
so
a difficult ride. But I have some extra one of these, so I may go ahead and we might do a giveaway, maybe in a couple weeks, of this. This is because I got some extra ones sent to me, but it's George Lucas in disguise as a stormtrooper. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this toy and talking about it. But we got some extra ones, so we're going to go ahead and have this as a giveaway. Probably, when do you want to do this? Like at the end of summer? Maybe around Memorial Day or something like that, or right before or right after? Oh, you're right. I always confuse the two. Labor Day, Memorial Day. Memorial Day is in May, right? Labor Day. For Labor Day. But that's a holiday here.
Memorial Day is for the veterans who passed on.
I know what it is.
Labor Day is for people who.
But I always confuse it. One's in May, one's in September. I don't think we should. I don't think we should get a holiday because we work. Labor Day. I mean, I'd rather give you guys a holiday again. I'm talking about for veterans like yourself. They should get more holidays.
Yeah, we need more holidays. Yeah.
That's true. Also, we have coming up in September D23.
That is true.
So we will be attending D23, everybody, and we will be streaming live at D23. So if you haven't done it already, and this is the first time you run across this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, where my hand is here. Hit the notification bell on YouTube, also on Facebook, so that you're notified when we stream live. Because we're going to be streaming live and showing everybody doing a walkthrough video, all of the neat stuff that everything we can show you guys. We're going to have a great time at D23 in Anaheim, and it's just coming up. I think it's September. What weekend was that? Hold on, it's coming up. It's September, I think 7th or something like
Is that first weekend?
No, it's the second weekend, I believe. But we'll get you the exact dates next week. We'll make sure we have that for you guys. But just having a lot of fun today. Hope everybody's week has went well as well. Working on new music. You guys have been talking about this for a while. You guys wanted me to do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're finally get on the next album. Well, not my next album, but the next album with ACM. We're finally gonna have the Baby Yoda Magic Hand Dance. If you can dance. And just for the heck of it, I started working on it. So I'm gonna play you a few seconds of it. You guys can tell me what you think. Here we go. Maybe add some horns. Captain Fisher was telling me. Better than that though, right? Something like that. There you go. I got that time. But add like a horn section to it. All right, enough of my music. So Baby Yoda Hand Dance actually is gonna happen on next album with ACM. So there was a little preview. Okay, as you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it. We don't recommend streaming it. We don't recommend going to the movie theater. We've had a couple 3s since we started this show a couple years ago, but it's been rare. But okay, the official, it was a couple of real big sci-fi.
Really, yeah, they're supposed to be really big.
They were blockbusters. They were turds.
Yeah, they were turds.
I don't even remember them anymore. They were that bad. But it was ones we were excited about coming out too. Okay, so Prey, which is streaming on Hulu, which is the new.
Not this type Prey.
Not that Prey. It's the Prey because you better pray because the Predator's going to get you.
That's right.
The prequel that's streaming on Hulu. It's an official All for Sci-Fi rating of. Ready? I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. I think that's generous. I might should have given it less, but 4.5 stars. What do you give it, Captain Richter? Ooh. So no promoted violence on today's show.
That's right.
Okay, 4.25. I was surprised. It shocked me. It was a decent story. When it got into the action, it was great. We're going to talk about that. If you haven't seen it, just be aware we're going to have spoilers. So let's talk about. Okay, so Prey actually was directed by Dan Trachtenberg. I love to give credits out because I was involved in the movie industry. It stars Amber Midthunder as Naro, and Naro, she's the female lead from the tribe. This is back 400 years ago. Right. So Amber Midthunder, I believe she is like a Native American.
She is a Native American. Yeah.
Right. And as the Predator, it stars Dane DeLagro. Name I don't know if I pronounced your last name correctly. As the Predator, Dakota Brewer as her brother. In the movie, but basically, the long story short, it's 400 years in the past. I really liked some of the action. I was impressed actually when they got into it, especially when her brother and her were fighting with the Predator. Mm-hmm. Loved that action. It could have went on longer. I would have liked to see it a little bit more. I understand that she ran away from it. And then the other twist was she ended up getting caught by these French explorers.
Well, they were French killers. They were killing the buffalo.
Is that what they were doing?
Taking their hide to sell their hide.
Okay. Well, they apparently the French were there, and I almost thought they looked like Spaniards, but they were speaking French. So you know they're from France, speaking French.
Well, Canadian French.
Oh, well.
These guys were up in the northern plains. For me, it would be North Dakota.
Okay.
And those areas up in that way, near the Canadian border.
Okay, okay. I didn't know it was up in. I didn't know where that. I do remember seeing that title about that, but I didn't know where it was located at. So so basically, then they end up using her and the brother as bait.
Yeah.
And the predator's not. She's really a really smart girl. She realizes that if you're like dead or injured or you're non-threatening, he doesn't want you to be his prey. Predator.
Right.
She learned that real quick. She also learned that this medicine she had been using makes it so you get real cold and you lose your body core temperature because it's killing you, or it does something when you take this this orange flower thing, and she was able to eat it and lower her temperature so the predator couldn't see her too.
Like
A lot of cool
like how
things.
she moved her leg out of the way and he walked after.
That was cool. Yeah, he didn't even see her.
Like like she knew he was coming behind and she moved over and he walked right on past.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. So that was cool. And we jumped right into Prey. We could have reviewed the Orville, but I guess we're going with Prey, right? We didn't even think- we did Oreo.
You can take Orville and give it to an Oreo. Well, I do.
You're mean today. That's a great show.
I would talk about Prey. Prey is a lot better than that show.
It's well, I mean, they're both good on different levels. They're both different. I think one's a TV show, one's a movie. So you need to watch it. They're talking so much crap about it. It's a really good show. I mean, it's a really good show. Well, it's not going to get that. We're going to talk about it and give it an official rating. So I don't know why you're hating on that so much. I know a lot of people working on that. They're friends of mine, so that's not cool. You're mean. You know, hopefully they don't see this because you're not getting invited anywhere, Captain Richter. Well, you're definitely not going to be invited to the set to see how quickly you turn. How quickly we'll turn the tide. So anyway, yes. So yeah, that was cool the way she stepped aside. Just the whole way she went about killing him was badass.
Oh yeah. I just wish there was more action in it.
Well, that's what made it a little slow.
Yeah, she was great at throwing the axe and stuff like that. And then she made a retriever too, where we retrieve the axe back and forth, which is actually really smart.
Right.
On her part.
Right.
You know, so she instead of throwing it and leaving it, when that's going to run after it, she snaps it and comes right back to her.
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool. She tied the thing on it, grab it real quick.
Then I have to kill all those right guys.
Well,
like she went to town.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would too. You know, they're responsible for her brother dying. So,
right.
Anyway, so Amber, you did a great job. I don't know if this is her first movie or not. Has she done any?
No, it's
her first movie. She did a great job. Good for her. So I didn't know that was her first starring role. Yeah. Okay,
she talked about it on.
You watched her on
Daylight.
Oh, okay, great.
So
it's I enjoyed it. She looks a little bit like my stepsister actually. But a little bit heavier. My stepsister's thinner than her. But yeah, overall good. It deserves it does deserve 4.5 stars. I mean, maybe I'm being too nice today, but well, I'm nice. Well, you know why I'm nice about that? Because when you've been a filmmaker before and you know how, and Dante knows this, Dante could relate. So he'll understand what I'm saying. You work very hard when you on the crew and not just as an actor, but the crew work even harder than us actors. And because I've made movies as well, and it's very difficult. It's hard work. Sometimes your days are 16 or 18 hours long, and it's so I try to pay some respect, even if it's heard, because the people worked hard. So, and I'm also a glass half full kind of guy. So that's just who I am. And I was raised to respect people, especially hardworking people. So,
well, I enjoyed the movie. If they could, hopefully they'll bring a part 2 out. They left the credits. The credits lead to part 2.
Yeah, they made it look like that because a whole bunch of predators because she kills
Kills the
the
predator.
predator and cuts his head off. And they made it look like an end credit scene, like you see all these predator ships like above where the tribe is at, like maybe that they're doomed, that they're not safe. The predators are all going to come after them now that she did this. So we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Hopefully they don't take too long.
It's okay. It's okay if they do a sequel. I think they need to, like you said. I think if they do a sequel, if you're listening, guys, and you guys watch this review, maybe let the action be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
On the next one, and have a little more ideas of that. The action was good when it happened, but I agree with Captain Richter. I think it needs a little bit more action in a couple scenes. A couple scenes were really good, like I mentioned earlier when her and her brother were fighting.
Yeah,
That was a neat scene.
A couple of scenes were just a little too short.
In the action part of it. Right. But they have to set it up, so hopefully the sequel will be wall-to-wall action.
It's going to take years to make the sequel.
No. Well, we'll see how well it streams. Yeah. If it streams well, then it's going to for sure get up there real quick. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Craig gets 4.5 stars. 4.25 by Captain Richter. Yep. The other show that we're here to talk about today is the season finale of the Orville. Mm-hmm. Orville is made by Seth MacFarlane. As you guys know, Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy and all those other shows. Very funny guy on Fox. In fact, Orville started on Fox originally. And I guess Fox canceled it, and he wasn't done telling stories, so he took it to Hulu. Mm-hmm. Who blames him, right?
Hulu took it up.
And I also had one of the cast members, Scott Grimes. I grew up with him. Hey, Scott. See, it's great to see you're doing well still as an adult actor. I kind of moved away from acting, but you're doing a great job. In fact, I remember you had a good sounding singing voice, but I hadn't realized it until this season of The Orville. You see his character sing a lot. The guy I'm good friends with, Scott Grimes, is the pilot guy who sings all the time. The redheaded guy who got lost and went back in time. But he right at the end he's singing again. He is the comedic element of this show. Right. Even in the last episode, there's some comedic elements we're going to get into. Yeah, I think it moved too far away from that. And that would be my only complaint. Other than that, it's the storylines. They're really the stuff they're tackling this season. They're hitting it head on. It's beautiful. The writing is good. They just moved a little bit too far away from the comedy, in my opinion. Oh, Dante's talking about he got his copy of Sequest.
Oh, good.
And Blu-ray. Oh, I hope so, because I was just watching, and we were just watching Sequest on the Peacock network, which is where it's streaming, and I wasn't too impressed with the quality of it.
No, I wasn't either.
So So there's a Blu-ray version that just got released. We need to get that copy. Maybe you can make a copy for us, Dante. We'd love to see that. Well, if you make one, then I can make one. So, anyway, back to the Orville. Let's do the rating. I'm gonna give the rating for this episode. Then we're gonna talk about the whole season because this is the season's finale. I'm gonna give this the season finale of the Orville. The official All for Sci-Fi rating is going to be. I think it deserves at least 4.5 stars for the season finale. It was pretty solid. What do you give it, Catherine?
I give it 4.
4.4.
You love violence.
No, I when it comes to, I actually don't like violence.
Yeah. Did you see when he's off there?
No, I'm actually very calm. I like promoting it with him. It's something about.
Why do I have no
something about bam. It's something about bam. Something about bam. It's something about Captain Richter that makes me want to promote violence. It's something about Captain Richter. Have you guys and girls be all inclusive? Have you ever had a friend you just want to fucking knock out? Excuse my language. Oh, wait a minute, it's a PG show.
PG show, yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
A long time ago.
Beep, beep. You ever had a friend you just want to knock out sometimes because they have such a big mouth? But you love them? You still love them? There, that's Captain Richter. Other than that, I'm very, very calm. No, with you it's jealousy. With me it's I just want to punch you out.
I'm kind of jealous of you.
So anyway,
Well, you got that all mixed up.
Well, I beg to differ.
Well, you're jealous because you can't retire like me.
Oh, I could retire. But I'm not old enough to retire. You're the old man, not me. You're almost old enough to be my dad. You know, you're that much older than me. You'd be a young dad.
Too young for that part of me.
But the way you talked about your life earlier, you probably could have been a dad at that age.
I probably could have, yeah.
But you definitely were old enough to be a dad if you wanted to be. So, and I can't retire. I'm going to retire early, but we talked about that. I'm probably going to retire at 60, but I still got like a decade to go, buddy. So, almost a decade. So, anyway, 4.5 stars, 4.45 the entire season. Oh, Dante says he will make a copy.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so the entire season, though, I'm not going to give it a 4.5 stars. I gave this final episode 4.5 stars, but it's very solid, guys. You guys did a great job. I'm going to give the entire season 4.25 stars. What do you give it, Captain? Okay.
I kind of like it. I thought it was a little better.
He actually said something was better when earlier he was saying it wasn't as good and he hated it and he was going to regret it because they're not going to invite him to the movie set. But now he actually gave it a better rating and I feel bad. I feel bad.
Now I'll be able to that extra now.
Yeah, right. They're going to have him on the set so he could be an extra.
That's right.
They're going to make you one of the creatures with the big heads.
They get punched all the time.
We'll make him a creature, and it looks like he has these little things you could punch on the head everywhere. There was a creature in the last episode. It was like that. Yeah. Actually, it was funny. It looked like you could punch him on each parts of his head, and he was blue.
Yeah, he was blue. Yeah,
it was interesting.
Yep.
So okay, so 4.25, 4.35. You guys did a great job this year, Seth. I was impressed that you took the time and you took things head on and you tackled them with guts. And you know, no guts, no guts, no glory, like they say.
Right.
So did a good job, Scott. You did a great job too. Your voice is better than I remembered as a kid. What else? Editing's great.
Yeah, editing was great.
Music is good.
The music was really good. Yeah.
The music changed a lot this season. The music sounded more like a John Williams score.
Right,
this season. So whoever did the music, I need to look that person up. They did a spectacular job. I think they enhanced the original theme as well. Everything sounded like a big orchestra, like a John Williams, like a Star Wars or Star Trek movie. This season was great. So the music was spot on. Special effects, all that was just fantastic. Acting overall very solid all the way through. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if Hulu picks it up.
Yeah.
If you do get a fourth season, I like the fact that these were longer, but you could make them a little bit shorter and add more comedy to it. Right. Go back to the original formula from season 1 and 2, a little bit more that way, but meet somewhere in the middle, and then you got. But I still think a lot of the episodes from this season and the first 3 seasons, it's going to be a classic. People are going to love it later. More so, it's going to become like a cult classic watch. I said it first. It's going to become a cult classic. Oh, Dante is saying something. I think you had this combo before, but it never gets old. It gets more funny. You must be talking about how we're arguing.
Oh, yeah, all the time,
yeah. Yeah, well, that's just us.
That's just us. What do you think best friends are for?
That's true. To knock each other out.
That's right.
Okay. So, yeah, that turned out good. Anything else we want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Not really. I mean,
so go watch the Orville.
What good news coming up this week?
Okay, let's talk about what's coming up.
We do have some stuff coming up.
We do. We have, of course, the I Am Groot.
Right.
5 shorts for I Am Groot coming out. The She-Hulk is coming out. When did you say that was coming out?
The 16th.
You think it's coming out on the 16th?
16th. I think it's coming out.
You know, while you're.
I know Groot's coming out on the 10th of this month. or Friday?
August 10th. So you're correct about that. So, yeah.
I thought it was yesterday.
I thought it was on the 5th.
Yeah,
I think I told you that.
I looked it up.
So yeah, so next week we have I Am Groot. We'll watch that so we can talk about
Yeah.
I Am Groot next week. We're gonna also watch The Sandman.
Yep,
So watch The Sandman on Netflix. It's 10 episodes. It's a DC show. I didn't know that, but Captain Richter, the comic book guru, told me that. So.
That's a DC show.
Oh, speaking of that, we didn't talk about this, but the big news this week was the fact that Warner Brothers is shelving Batgirl.
Batgirl, yeah.
$190 million.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're going to put it on the shelf. And
How?
All these stars.
How bad is this? How bad is this movie that you're shelving? I heard it's bad. I heard that's the reason. I heard through the grapevine that the reason
really
why
bad,
they're shelving it is the acting's so bad in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the way it was made is so. But it had Michael Keaton as Batman. He's great.
It had all the original characters in it.
Right.
Original cast. Stuff like that. And they went ahead and they showed a $90 million. Wow, that's.
How can you afford that?
Too. Right off. They just write it off.
Yeah, She-Hulk is coming out on August 18th. So, the bad news this week, we got the bad, there's a lot of bad news this week. So we got the bad news about Batgirl being canceled, $90 million. But they moved Andor.
Andor again.
Cassian and the Andor series was supposed to premiere on August 31st, and they moved it to the end of September, and they're trying to make us feel better because they're going to give us 3 episodes. So we're going to get when it comes out, we're going to the first premiere is 3 episodes. I guess that makes up for it. But maybe they had to put it off because they still were finishing stuff.
Well, I can't blame it on COVID.
Yeah, they can. They believe everything on COVID.
I know,
But the Andor show is got moved.
Yeah.
September 21st is when it's coming out. But you know what? But when they made that announcement, they had the second trailer come out.
Yes, they did.
The second trailer.
Awesome.
Very awesome. There's so many different characters that's coming out in this that we didn't think we were going to see. We saw Saul Guerrero is coming back, which is awesome. Somebody told me they think they saw. Who was that? Mike was telling us that the person on that table was. He thought it was it. The Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. You think he's making his first live action appearance in Andor? So Cal Kestis is rumored to be in there, and there's this other character that looks a lot like Maz, but it's maybe the same species, but a different version. So that new trailer reveals a lot, actually, and it makes it look more like like a Hitlerist type of state, or someone said a Trumpian type world where rights are being taken away. But yeah, it looks really great. Can't wait to see. Can't wait. You've
been drinking again, people, so you know it's a little slippery right now.
Andor showrunner explains K2SO's absence from the Rogue One prequel.
Anybody got coffee?
Yep, one of those days. But the Ahsoka, can't wait till Ahsoka comes out. The Bad Batch season 2. So we got a lot of good stuff coming out. So we got that coming up soon. After that, we have something. We have what's that one? The one with the one that's the actor that's like the bodybuilder guy.
Oh.
Is it a DC movie too? Or Black Adam? Black Adam. Yeah, that's coming out after that. What else do we have coming out? Oh, Willow. The Willow series is coming in November. And then we have, of course, The Way of Water, the Avatar series. So we got a lot coming out the rest of this year. And
coming out the 6th
the Avatar season.
There's going to be
more. November, they got the Willow show coming out in November.
Exactly.
There's always going to be a lot of movies coming. We gotta look it up.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to compete with the Avatar sequel, so everybody's moving everything. There was a couple more things coming out in December, but they moved everything because they're afraid. They're afraid of Avatar. Okay, well that's it. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Thank you guys for joining us on this week's episode. Next week we're going to do the Sandman. We're going to do the Iron Brute. Talk about whatever else is coming out, whatever else the latest news is. Remember, if this is the first time you run across our channel, please hit the subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. You can find us at All for Sci-Fi. On YouTube, it's youtube.com/allforsci-fi. Hit the notification bell. On Facebook, it's at All for Sci-Fi. You can go to our website, allforsci-fi.com as well. And we're going to be giving this bad boy away at the end of the summer as well to you guys as a way of saying thank you for watching us and hanging out with us this summer. And that's about it. D23 coming up. Lots of stuff coming out. Yes, that's going to be fun. So we don't know about the Belgium thing because they haven't gotten back to me on that. If that happens, we'll let you know. But if that's the Belgium thing, the promoters seem kind of flaky, so they're not contacting us. At least my agent hasn't said they gotten back to them, the booking agent. So if the Belgium promoters watching this show contact me and as well if you can't reach my booking agent. Remember, do something nice this week. One act of kindness. It doesn't have to be giving away money. It doesn't have to be. It could be just your time. It could be a conversation. Do something nice. So for one person, one act of kindness this week, we believe it helps make the world a better place. May the force be with you always. Live long and prosper. And may God bless you.
Have a great week next week. Enjoy the rest of this weekend. Stay cool because it's going to get warm this weekend. They got thunder clouds that are coming up this Monday and Tuesday for rain.
For the LA area.
Which is good. We need it. But just stay safe and try to avoid the monkeypox if possible.
Yeah, take care of one another.
Take care of yourselves.
Yes, and clean your hands. Let's not keep COVID and this new monkeypox thing.
Yeah.
What's next? The gorilla something? Gorilla glue. Yeah, right. Kids gonna start drinking it or something. Some challenge. The gorilla glue challenge is next, right?
Probably so. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.